Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this Gumball machine house. Yeah, we kind of went a little bit weird with this one. I couldn't help myself. If you enjoy this video, all I ask is that you please hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very much. We almost fell there. And if you make it all the way to the end of the video, please share this video with a friend. Sharing is caring. But without any further ado, let me show you how to make this insane house. Before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you a few things. Number one, the main part of the Gumball machine will require all of these materials that I have in my inventory right now. However, for the actual Gumballs themselves, I'm going to recommend a wide range of colourful blocks of your very own choosing. Those are just some examples that you might want to use. And here is a list of those materials and how many of the materials you will need. How much of each material are you going to need to make this house? It's right there on the screen for you. The only thing that I can't tell you is how many of each Gumball colour you're going to need, because the process is very random, so I can't let you know that. And of course, to make the house, all you need is on the floor an 11 block by a 12 block area. Pause the video if you have to, make sure that you have all of those things in order, and once you have got all that sorted out, we can begin. To start things off, place a red concrete block. And then place a stone brick stair to the right of it. And then a red concrete to the right of that. Extend both red concretes backwards, and then place another on top. Then place another stair in between the red concretes. Place an entire row of red concrete behind those red concretes and the stair, and extend them down to the ground to make a staircase. What I then want you to do, on the ground behind what we have made, I want you to place another row of red concrete. And extend that red concrete left one and right one, like that. Then, beginning from the red concrete that we placed to the left, I want you to place 2 red concretes in these positions. 1, 2. Then move up by 2. 1, 2. Then place 3 red concretes in these positions. 1, 2, 3. Move right by 2. 1, 2. Place 3 red concretes in these positions. 1, 2, 3. Move down by 2. 1, 2. Then place a red concrete connecting back to where we first started. All in all, the effect that we're looking for should look very much like this. Next, I want you to add another row of red concrete directly on top of this light bulb-like shape that we have created for ourselves. There we are. Next, I want you to place a layer of stone slabs going all the way around the base of our Gumball machine. We only want to go around the bulbous part at the top of the shape. We don't have to go around the part of the shape that has all of the steps. Like that. What I then want you to do is grab the red concrete, and I want you to place 2 red concretes in these positions. I want you to, in this position, 1, 2. In this position, 1, 2. Then place stone slabs on top of these and connect them together. Then behind this, I want you to place red concrete behind the 2 red concretes that we placed. Like that. We are then going to place a row of concrete that goes around the inside of the top of the Gumball machine. So we're making a slightly smaller red circle inside of the red circle that we created at the base of the Gumball machine house. Like this. Add another row of red concrete on top of the single red concrete blocks. You only have to do the singular ones. Like that. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to place a banner where we have the entranceway. And above that we are going to place, we're going to try our best here, we'll probably have to place a guiding block. We want to have an upside down stone brick stair above the banner in front of the stone brick, so like this. And you know on Gumball machines, like you put the coin in, you turn, it comes all the way down, and then it drops out. Well, this is where it would drop out, and that's just the mechanism where it would drop out from. Okay, next we're going to use white stained glass, and we are going to place 18 rows of white stained glass on top of all of these red concrete blocks. That is 1, 8, 18. So I'll count this out once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And we also, by the way, we want it to connect together on the front, right? So like we want to place it on top of all of the red blocks. But what I didn't mention, of course, is that it will want to connect together in the middle of those red blocks on the front there, where there's actually no red blocks to be placed upon top of. But 18 rows of glass on top of all of those red blocks equals what we have to do next. So let's get cracking. Okay, so that is what it will look like once you have placed your 18 rows of glass. Now, once that has been accomplished, we can move on to the next bit. So on top of the rows of 18 glass, we want to place a row of light grey concrete. So directly on top of the 18th row, simply stack one row of light grey concrete, like this. Now, on top of the front of the Gumball machine, on top of this row of light grey, I want you to stack the following: a row of red concrete, a row of grey concrete, light grey, grey, 2 rows of red, 1, 2. That's what I want you to do on the front. And I want you to take the light grey right in the middle here and place stone slabs in front, upside down stone brick stairs below, and regular on top. I then want you to place on top of all of the other light grey concrete, red concrete, matching the height of the rows that we placed on the front. So red concrete as high as the front, no need to count anything out, although if you are a stickler for numbers, I believe it's 6. There we are. Okay, next thing. I want you to take the top row of red concrete and I want you to extend it out in every direction using your red concrete. So very, very sloppily place rows of red concrete going all the way around the outside. Now we don't want it to join together in the corners or anything like that, but the shape on top should look like this, and that basically shows that we've just added a singular row just on all the way around, pretty much. Next, place a row of light grey concrete directly on top of that row of red. So extending it upwards, adding another row, add the row of light grey. Like this. I want you to then place a glass block. Okay, let me explain this better. On the left side of the Gumball machine, I want you to pick any one of these light grey blocks and I want you to place a glass block on top. And then, up left diagonally, place another glass block. And then one on top. Up left diagonally, place another glass block. And then 3 on top. 1, 2, 3. Up right diagonally, place a glass block. And then 1 on top. Place 2 upper right diagonals using glass. 1, 2. Go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place 2 bottom right diagonals with glass. 1, 2. Go down 1. Place a bottom right diagonal using your glass. And go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Do a bottom left diagonal and go down by 1. And then a bottom left diagonal will connect us back to the original position. I then want you to add 2 more rows of glass moving backwards that spans the side of the Gumball machine, meaning I want rows of glass to cover the row of 3 light grey concrete that we have on the side of the machine. So that is how thick I currently want the glass to be for this particular part of what I would call the globe on top of the Gumball machine. So we're making it that wide. Like this. Then, on the front of the Gumball machine, I want you to add another row of glass. So it wants to stick out from the sides just 1 row, like this. There we go. Now, once you have done that, we are going to begin to shrink the shape. So, it's fairly simple to do. I want you to start in front of the bottom of the single glass here. I want you to place a glass block in this position. And I want you to place then, left of that glass, another glass. And on the opposite side, we're going to have a similar sort of thing. On top of the single light grey block, we're going to place a light grey and extend it right. And what we then want to do is we want to take the extended blocks and we want to place glass around the inside of the shape that we have just created. However, that just means that we are placing a row of glass that is inside of and 1 row towards us. So it means that we're slowly shrinking the globe shape that we have placed. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks exactly like that. So you can see same shape sort of, just a little bit smaller. And we're going to do that again. And this time we are going to begin directly on top of this row of light grey. We're going to add a row of glass. And then we are going to slowly but surely just trace along the inside of the shape like this. Gets a little bit tricky on the sides. On the sides you kind of just got like fill it in. It connects together and then continue going around. That's pretty much all we're doing. So continue to do this until we have connected to the other side. Like that. Now, I think that we might be doing this just 1 more time, maybe 2, we'll see how it looks. We want to take the bottom here and we want to 1 row inside, 1 row above. I think this is the last time that we'll do this actually. What we're now going to do, we're basically just filling in the entire shape, just 1 row outwards from the empty hole. So 1 row outwards to all these empty holes, just place your glass. That's all we're going to be doing. Nothing more, nothing less. Just like this. And you can see it gives you a very satisfying globe shape like that. It's really good. And then on the back of the build, we want to do the same thing. First, we're extending the glass one row backwards because it wants to supersede the side by one row, meaning it wants to stick out from the sides by one row. And by the sides, I'll show you what I mean by that. It means that on the side here, you can see where we have the light grey, pops out that side one row, pops out the other side the other row. Then, on top of these singular light grey concretes, we're going to place another, extend them out by one, and then we are going to place the layer of glass that is going to extend around the inside and connect and all of that fun stuff. So that is exactly what we're going to do. It's going to extend around and connect just like this. Same as we did on the front, ladies and gentlemen. And as a matter of fact, I will be completing the entire glass part of this tutorial as well. So not only am I going to stop there, but of course I'm going to also do it on top of here and then another layer after that. Just like this. So that is of course the glass part of the gumball machine at the top. That's where all of the gumballs are held. Now, the last thing that we actually want to do up here, it should be fairly simple for us. I'm going to find out where the front is. It's all the way over here. And I want to take the very middle of the front, and I want to place a row of red concrete moving from the middle front to the back middle, like this. So I'm just like basically like the letter I, number 1, whatever, I'm just splitting it in half like that using red concrete. I'm then going to add another row of red concrete left and right of this row. I want to take the middle 3 blocks on the left and extend them left 1, and the middle 3 blocks on the right and extend them right 1. I'm then going to place stone slabs around the left side of this shape and the right side of the shape like this. Then to add just another dimension on top of this, I'm just going to add kind of like a plus shape of red concrete just at the top. And basically from the sides it will just look like this. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even kind of like fortify that shape a little bit by maybe perhaps like adding this to make it kind of like a little bit more solid. But either way, I mean, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. But, you know, it depends sort of like what sort of look you're going for. But that is pretty much what we have right now. This is what we've been working on. We have a large amount of this complete. But now I have to show you how you would actually get up into the gumball machine itself. So I want you to work your way all the way down to the bottom like this and come inside of the gumball machine. I want you to install a floor into the bottom of the gumball machine. So basically, like where you walk in through the banner, I just want you to add a row of red concrete or oak wood plank, whatever flooring material. I'm not going to go through every single material in Minecraft. Whatever flooring material you want to use for the inside here, completely up to you. Red concrete works well because that's, you know, the inside of the machine. I want you to place a row of light grey concrete right in the center, moving upwards. So a very, very long row of light grey concrete coming up as high as you like. So I'm actually going to stop mine where we have the light grey concrete just above the glass. But you can have it go all the way up to the top if you like. It depends how you actually want to get into your house. And the way that I've got this set up, and I'm just going to move the stone stairs closer to the... Did I just... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought they were the other way around. I think I just had a weird moment there. But you want your stone brick stairs next to the stone brick slabs. And the way that I have this set up is on a lot of these machines, the gumball rolls down like really, really windy slide. And I've kind of emulated that by doing this. On the left side of the row of light grey, I place the stairs. And then behind the stairs, a slab. And then on the next side of the light grey concrete, another stair, and behind that, a slab. And then a stair, and so on and so forth. You can kind of see where this is going. So, like, basically, if you wanted to do it a little bit faster, you have like it's basically, on every single side of the light grey concrete, you have a stair, and then behind that stair, there is always a slab. and you are basically, you're making a spiral. That's probably a better word than like a really curvy slide or whatever I said. But you have a spiral staircase that comes all the way up to a ladder, which is something I actually didn't include in the item list. But a ladder would be useful, although it isn't really necessary, because you could do this all the way up to the top. But you can see we repeat this pattern over and over and over and over again, and until we eventually hit the top up there. So once you eventually build your way up to the top of the row of light grey concrete, you have a couple of options. So you could extend the row of light grey concrete a little bit further upwards, which is what I would like to do. And the reason that I actually stopped earlier is because on the original version of this, I added a couple more stone slabs around the top of the stairs, and then I had a set of ladders running up here. And the inside of the Gumball machine, the house part of this, is meant to be here. So, like where we have all of this red concrete, basically where the red concrete ends and the light grey concrete begins. So, you do have two choices here. So, you could either continue to build up your stairs into the base of the Gumball machine, which is a very, very valid option, and it's the one that I would probably do myself. However, on the original version, just to kind of make it easier for me, I did add a set of ladders up into the Gumball machine. So it's one of the two. You can either keep building upwards and spiraling up, or you can build a set of ladders up here, and this takes you into the inside of the Gumball machine. Which takes us to the next thing. Once you have all of that sorted out, ladies and gentlemen, that will be most of the Gumball machine complete. You know, we've made all of the outside, we've made the way that we would get all the way up into the Gumball machine. The only thing we have to do now is fill this thing full of gumballs, and the way that you do it's very simple. This is how I do it. On the outside of the glass, or the inside the glass I should say, I'm just placing random colours to fill up the empty space, and I'm not going to place gumballs coming all the way up these sides. I'm going to stop as I get towards the top. Like, I want you to make sure that the colours remain separate, pretty much. You don't want to have like two colours next to each other if you can help it. And all I'm doing is, as I'm moving around the machine, I'm just spamming the right trigger, and I'm trying to get it to be as random as possible, because I don't really want to place the gumballs in a pattern. So that's kind of what we're doing. We kind of have a nice rainbow shape that's going to go all the way around the inside. And once you're finished, it'll end up looking a little something like this. So I have placed quite a lot of gumballs now, and I want to see what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I mean, if you like, you can completely fill in the top with gumballs. You can build it higher. You can even build it lower if you want. It's completely up to you. But I think that is the fundamentals of the house complete. And this is actually kind of where the tutorial ends, ladies and gentlemen. Now all you have to do is actually put a base in the inside of there, and you can kind of just do whatever you like. So this is what your Gumball machine house should look like once it's been 100% fully completed. And if you want a couple of ideas for the inside, this is what I did with the inside of mine. We have plenty of survival related items and utilities, and it's just a very jumbled and messy interior, which I think very much complements the inside of the Gumball machine. I think it makes it look really, really cool and interesting, but you might have a completely different take on it. But this is the sort of style that I would go with if you actually plan on using it for anything other than a statue. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much. If you would like to keep up to date with the channel, then subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That ensures that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And on top of all of those things, if you would like to check out the card system and the description below, then you'll be able to see all sorts of other projects that I've been working on in the meantime. I'd highly recommend, by the way, the Funhouse Builds playlist. That's a very fun one. It's kind of even in the name. There's loads of fun stuff in there that's kind of sort of similar to this. I think that you guys would enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. I appreciate all of you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!